friends, it's Nancy. I want to show you some used books that you can use in your junk journals that you might want to keep your eyes open for when you're out thrifting or going to rummage sales, that sort of thing. I'll try to move through these quickly. The first one, this one I actually saw on Tracy Fox Love Junk Journals, and the illustrations in here are just adorable. Like, can you imagine what a cute card or tag that would make? And there's lots of illustrations in here. So for sure, this is a great book to find. The copy that I have here, it's in relatively good shape except the dust cover. It's got sort of a stain on the front, and somebody tried to tape it into the inside page, so it's torn a bit here from the tape, but otherwise it's in really good condition, and it's super cute. I have an ant. 'Tis the season. This next one is a book of postcards, and this is brand spanking new. But these postcards were made by a lady who was born in the 1700s, and these flowers are actually made from cut paper. So she made mosaics from cut paper to craft these images of flowers, and there's a little story at the front of the book that explains how she did that. So this is from the British Museum. This is kind of an interesting book. So it has these botanical images of fruits, as well as little quotations, blank spots for notes, but it has room for family history, dinner party records, recipes, herbs and spices, healthy tips on a healthy diet, kitchen information, childhood infections, emergencies, first aid, household hints. Look at that. That's beautiful. Household hints, budget planning, lots of different things in here. Telephone numbers. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. So that is another really fun. I wonder what the cover looks like. Oh, it's the same. This one is a big baby. And this is the Illustrated Guide of Herbs. And it's got these lovely matte pages that have flowers and herbs, and it discusses what they're used for. Look at that big sunflower. So there's over 250 illustrations here, and the cool thing is so the illustrations in this half of the page. Oh, not so cool. I thought I was going to be able to tell you that the next one's on the inside so that you don't have to pick, but guess what? You have to pick. I love chicory. So that's the Illustrated Encyclopedia of Herbs. This is a big book, and it's a novel, and the introduction was written by Henry Louis Gates Jr., who does that show on PBS, Finding Your Roots, that I love. He just did a series that aired last week on the Black Church, which we watched. I think it was 3 or 4 episodes. It was very interesting. Anyway, he bought this manuscript, and the book contains a facsimile of the entire manuscript that was written by a a runaway slave. So he actually bought this manuscript, and there's hundreds of pages of just this brown handwriting on cream-colored background. Interesting story to read, but also, how cool would that be as pages? This one I have never seen before. This I absolutely love. So this was published in 1980, so it's, you know, relatively vintage. So this lady kept records for some 30 odd years of her fishing trips, but it has beautiful line drawings and records and handwriting, and there's watercolors as well, and lots of animals. There's some landscapes of the, look at that, landscapes of where she was fishing, places she visited, remarks on you know, the flies she was using in the rivers. Look at that bunny. There's some really great pictures of dogs in here too. And to me, this is equally as nice as Edith Holden, because it has all the same sort of elements: handwriting, record keeping, beautiful drawings and paintings. Look at that. You can barely see that deer in this pen drawing. Look at that beautiful fish. And there's some of my favorite dogs. Oh, I want to show you the title page. Isn't that great? It has swans, ducks, butterflies, birds, and the other good thing about this is the size. So it's 10 inches wide and 5 inches tall. So I love this book. This one is rather new. I think this is 2018. So it has this rubber band on it. And the fun thing about this is it's all, I believe there's 50 different flowers, and they're Victorian and Georgian era flowers. But this book was meant to be used, oh, look at the strawberries, meant to be used as a piece of art. So if you, I don't know if this shows up in the book or not. Do you see that there's some perforations? So the idea is you pull the perforations off the top of the book, and it's the mirror image on the back and the front, and then you stand up the book with all the flowers along the top. So there's some gorgeous images in here. And how easy would this be to fussy cut? Half your work is already done. And you don't have to choose the front and the back because it's the same flower. You just have to pick front facing or back facing. And of course, I know this one well, the Victorian or the Edwardian Lady. So this is a biography of Edith Holden, and it contains lots of her art, not just the nature notes and in country diary. That's what it's called. But I mean, look at these. Look at that squirrel. There's black and white, and then these sort of sepia toned. And there's also photos of houses and people. That's her sister, Evelyn. Oh, look at the two little girls on the swing. But lots of different illustrations. And the cover itself is really nice to use for a journal because, number one, it's a good size. But look at that front. Isn't that beautiful? This one is all Paisleys, and it includes a CD that you can use to print these Paisley designs on your printer. And there's some really gorgeous Paisley. I love Paisley. Really gorgeous designs in here. And there's a note at the front that it can be used for commercial purposes. So, for example, brochures with a print run of fewer than 5,000 copies, in which not more than 5 of our images are used. That's really cool. This one I've had before. It's the Floral birthday book. So it has an image, and this is, again, very matte paper. It has an image for every day of the year with a little verse. Sometimes it's a flower. Sometimes it's a tree. The months, each of the months has sort of a bunch of things put together. Look at those. And I have been working through the book I am currently cutting up and fussy cutting all of these beautiful little images. Now this one for sure has the image on one side so that you can still cut the other side. Look at that, a pineapple. Another poppy. Roses. This must be, yeah, it's June. Lots of roses in June. Beautiful. Spring flowers. Tulips. Okay, put it away, Nancy. This is another Edith Holden, but it's, again, it's a birthday book. So it has images from both Nature Notes and Country Diary, but it also has the handwriting. So you might recognize these images if you have used Edith Holden in the past. They're slightly smaller than the pages in the Edith Holden books, the hardcover books, but still a very good size. Now, if you've never seen Nature Notes before, here she is. That's the cover. This one's in really good shape too. The only sad part about Nature Notes is they didn't use her handwriting. They just used this typed font. But it does have some beautiful, beautiful pictures. Oh, I love this squirrel. Look at this one with the poppies and the rabbits. Beautiful. With the wildflowers. So it's very similar to, oh, look at those pretties, to Country Diary, but something a little different. This one is Country Flowers of a Victorian Lady. So this one was she was painting these images in the 1840s. So they're collections of flowers in small bunches. So this one has daffodils and I don't even know what they are. Narcissi. Well, that's the daffodils, I guess. Anemones and auriculas. And it has single flowers as well on the opposite page with this pen and ink drawing, sketching, and a little verse on each page. Rosebuds and forget-me-nots. That's gorgeous. So there's also some other small images of not just of flowers, but of buildings. The other one had a tower on it. Very nice. This one, I can't find a year on it, But this, I believe this was printed originally in the 1860s. And Mrs. Beeton, here's a picture of her, created a book about recipes and entertaining and etiquette. And this particular copy has all kinds of gorgeous words. I love these. And little pen drawings and illustrations. And it also had like antiques like this trunk. It talks about the role of servants. So here's some instructions about a lady's maid. Interesting. I think those, I don't know what those are. So there's some information about doing laundry, cleaning. There's some images of china, that sort of thing. Look at that, that's neat. Kitchen utensils. So this gives you some insight into what, you know, upper middle class people, how they lived. Different rooms in the house. There's even a section for the butler. I think there's a there's the picture of a 1890s edition. But again, it's not, that's not the earliest. The last one I want to show you is this one, and it's the language of flowers. So as we probably know, in Victorian times, flowers, if you sent somebody flowers, it meant something. There was a message in the kind of flowers that you would send. So, you know, a red rose would be true love, I think. Myrtle or rose, love. And the illustrations in this book are by Kate Greenaway. There's lovely little images of flowers and people, and the text that's in it, like at the beginning, it talks about the reasons for sending flowers. That was written by Jean Marsh, who is a writer. She wrote Upstairs, Downstairs, Divine Beauty. So this is sort of like a picture book sized. It's 10, just better than 10 by 8.5 the pages. So those would fit really nice if you didn't want to fussy cut all of those individual pictures. They could be folded and tucked into a journal as a page. So, for example, this one, if you fold it in half, you'd have this page that with play, the daffodil, and then here's another little verse and lilies. And then on the back half, you have this blank green page. This side would have a list of different growing things. So the reason I'm showing you these books is because I am selling these on Amazon. And what that means is that they are eligible for Prime, which means they can be received very quickly. All of the shipping and customer service is done through Amazon. I simply gather the books, send them to Amazon. Amazon takes it from there. So I want to show you just a bit about how I'm grading these. So for example, this one, the Bondswoman's narrative, the book itself is in fairly good condition. The pages are in excellent condition. There's no marks, there's no pages torn or missing. But this dust jacket has got some tears in it. So for that reason, I have put this down as acceptable. So it's used acceptable. This one, again, book is in excellent condition. Pages are all there. Nothing wrong with that at all. But the dust jacket is a problem. Right here, there's a tear at the top. So I've put that down as used acceptable. So I will put a link to my storefront in the description, so you can go and look at what I'm offering. At the same time, you can search for other sellers that have the same books, and maybe you'll get a better deal or faster shipping. Or you can just get an idea of what books are out there that you can look for while you're on your adventures of thrifting. So I hope you enjoyed this. I intend to maybe do another video once every 2 or 3 weeks showing the new additions to my Etsy storefront, or not my Etsy storefront, sorry, my Amazon storefront. And my seller name on Amazon is also Wishes and Weeds. Keep it simple. So look for that, and if you would enjoy seeing that, subscribe to my channel, click the bell so that you get notifications when I upload new videos. And if you have any questions, please leave them below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks so much for watching. We'll talk to you again soon.